This video is sponsored by Dubby Energy. Dubby is a clean energy drink that is designed to give you energy and focus without the crash or jitters like other energy drinks. Dubby has zero sugar, zero artificial colors, zero maltodextrin, and is gluten-free. What Dubby does have is vitamins, amino acids, nootropics, and caffeine from coffee fruit extract. It also comes in amazing custom flavors that you won't find anywhere else, like Dub Sludge, Dragonade, Galaxy Grenade, and the caffeine-free Monkey Madness. I mean, my personal favorite is the Beach and Peach, and that's because I don't usually like peach. Use the referral link in the description below to get your first tub, or try out the starter kit for just $14.49. Want to sweeten that deal? Use the promo code WILDTWILIGHT and get 10% off your order. Be better with Dubby Energy. Now, back to the video. Welcome, denizens of the Twilight Realm, and we are back with another episode of The Murder of Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, we just finished up the saloon with Knuckles. Now we're going on to the next part. Ready to mosey down to the next car? Yes, sir, I am. You got it, partner. Onwards is a movie I have not seen. Ooh. Hang in there, kiddo. The library car. Make sure to pronounce all your R's. All this stuff's getting heavy. Oh, Doc. Oh, geez, Doc. It's getting heavy. I'll dump what I don't need. Everyone's favorite journalist reporter, Amy Rose, is hot on the scoop. I'm heading out. You've been fabulously helpful. Already? Before you go, Espio want to give you your presents. My presents? You're both too sweet, thank you. Vector, it seems we have more guests. Amy, there you are. Have you found any leads yet? Oh, the detective pair needs help from the birthday girl? Ah, she knows everyone's allowed to be sassy on their birthday. This tip is just too juicy to ignore. I'll see you all around. Don't worry, Sonic. I'll be the one to avenge you, and quick. But how are you going to leave? The door to the next car is locked. Oh, you doubt the birthday girl? The birthday girl has a master key. Right, the birthday girl gets the birthday key. Of course, it's a birthday privilege. I'll solve this case before anyone else. Bye. Amy may be hasty, but she's thorough. Now what are you two doing? Looking mighty suspicious, I say. I'm the detective, so I can't be the murderer. And I work here, dude. Just making sure things go well. Things aren't going great. Not sure if you've forgotten, but there was a murder. Well, I mean, besides that. Besides murder? Ah, my social skills. Non-existent. Oh boy. I'm Vector, the butcher. I'm licensed to handle raw meat. And I'm Espio, the poet. Ah, poetry. A resonant message from poet to reader meant to challenge our delicate perceptives with the most rhythmic of prose. Can I hear some? Sure. Teardrops in the spring. Can you hear me sing? La la la, dee 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 dee. Ellipses. Was that it? I have more if you like. Cherry blossoms in the spring. I'm satisfied for now, thanks. At least he's rhyming, I suppose. Twilight and I help establish both of your alibis. Can you walk us through what happened after Amy had everyone leave the dining car? Oh, sure, it's simple. We just explained this to Amy, actually. We were all sent off. Rouge, Blaze, Shadow, Sonic, and Sonic all passed through the library car, where Amy told me and Espio to stay. I promptly picked a book off the shelf and made myself comfortable. Vector got bored, so he left to see what Knuckles was up to in the saloon car. Yep. Where was Rouge? We happened to see her lipstick stain on a cup at the saloon car. Rouge came over to the library car, seemingly looking for something. Then she went to search the saloon car. She came back shortly after. We heard her shout, "No way!" at the brochure. stand over there, but she left back to the casino car before Shadow came through and locked the door. Wonder what she found. She's obviously been on the hunt for something. After Rouge left, Shadow walked through the casino car, then entered the library car and locked the door behind him. More importantly, why has Shadow been locking doors? Shadow walked through the library car to the saloon car where Knuckles and I were playing games. He insisted on showing us up at Super Monkey Ball. I got so engrossed by the rolling monkey action, I hardly noticed when Shadow left the saloon car. I guess he walked through the library car to the casino car again, locking the door behind him. Then returned to the lounge car where he was meant to be stationed. When Vector came back, we realized Knuckles had locked the door to the saloon car. We were stuck in the library car. That's when the train sped up. We were worried about the bookshelves falling on us, but we got through it all right. We sat trapped here until Amy arrived asking questions. She's the one that told us someone murdered Sonic. And yeah, that's all that happened. With all these locked doors, it seemed Vector or Espio couldn't have left the library car or the saloon car. Thank you both for your cooperation. We're just going to peek around, and we'll return with any questions. If you return with any meat, I'll chop it up for you. And if you'd like to be serenaded with a poem, I got you covered too. Thanks, guys. Their alibi seems solid enough, but we should still search for clues. What we're looking for is any evidence that proves what they're saying is true. We need to confirm Vector's reason for leaving his post and determine if Espio was actually in the library car reading. A tall task, but we can do it. Let's get to the bottom of this, Tails. Absolutely. Let's see. What's this? Ooh, brochures. There are travel destinations IDs here, like amusement parks, caravans, hotels, restaurants, and... Oh! Look at this. There's a couple of maps here. Seems to be a map of the library car. Books are sure organized by genre, which are listed here. I love a good overhead map. Let's take it. Library map is added to my inventory. Should we take the brochure about a cave too? Look, there's stalactites. Nah, leave it. Oh, haha, yeah, that's fair. Nobody shares my fondness for caves. You'd have to be crazy to want to be a folk singer. Hang in there, kiddo. A chow hangs precariously from a tree branch. Large text below reads, "Hang in there." Wow, I really need to see this. Ellipses question mark? This little chow's hanging in there, refusing to use his wings to fly safely because he's choosing the hard way is often the most rewarding. That's beautiful. If this chow can stick to his principles and find strength, then I can too. There's no way that much thought was put into this poster. Right? Oh, poor thing. That arm is really struggling cleaning up this car. To be fair, I wouldn't want to clean up all this mess either. Let's just leave it alone and do its thing. Yeah, probably for the best. The globe of our marvelous planet. I haven't traveled around much. The islands are fun and all, but I love to visit some of the countries. They're a lot of fun, honestly. Plenty of wonderful people and shops. The food can't be beat either. Ah, sounds perfect for a vacation. The conductor was talking about Spangona, if you've ever been there. I have, actually. If you're ever visiting, be sure to stop at the university and say hi to Professor Pickle. He'll tell you everything about the area and makes one scrumptious sandwich. I'll keep that in mind, thanks. This group knows everyone has been everywhere, haven't they? Well, that's the luxury of being a main character. Trash can... Wait, what? Ah, let's just take a pause and sit for a second. These chairs are very comfy, so plush. Puts me right in the mood to read. Makes me want to take a nap, personally. In fact, maybe I'll rest my eyes for a bit. No, don't fall asleep. There's been a murder, remember? Murder! If I had a ring for every time a murder ruined my nap time, I'd have one ring. Something's always hidden in the trash. Let's check there. Hate to say it, but there's nothing there. Still? Ah! I really thought there'd be something there. Are you sad there's nothing in the trash bin? No! Maybe. No, I'm alright. I'm sure there'll be something hidden in the next trash bin we find. You really think so? Yeah, we just gotta stay optimistic. Yeah, okay. These trash bins hide a secret. I'm sure of it. You're pretty unconventional, but I like that. Was that supposed to be a compliment? So many books on the ground. I wish we had time to pick them all up. I mean, there's 3, but okay. Sadly, I have no interest in picking up these books. A lot of these were knocked out by the train speeding up, but Rouge pulled a lot out of these too, searching for something. What reckless behavior. I feel sorry for the poor books. These spines are creasing. They're opening too far. This kid feels empathy for everything. Hey, hello. Wow, I wish I could stop and look at all these books. But Sonic needs me. No time to rest. Alright, let's move on then. Ellipses! Well, I mean, a little peek when it hurt. Scavenging through all the book's titles excitedly. He's like a kid in a candy shop, or in this case, a genius in a train library. That's odd. I know some books have fallen on the floor and everything, but every book on these shelves is in alphabetical order but this one. It's the user guide to the Mirage Express, the train we're currently on. Do you think someone found it on the ground and put it back? Maybe, but it is interesting. Let's make a note of this. Mirage Express manual is added to your inventory. Hey! What's this bright red book? Oh, yuck. This reeks of the evil scientist Dr. Eggman. Yep, this is Dr. Eggman's autobiography and recipe book. Kind of recipes. Who cares? I wouldn't trust any book he's written. It's weird, it's weird this is even in here. Maybe people just appreciate an omelet. You may not be wrong. Hello? Oh. I don't think I found that many clues. I guess there's nothing left but to talk to them dudes. Fancy a poem? How about a poem about trains? Locomotive in motion. I think I lost my lotion. The window shows the ocean. Oh wait, there's my lotion. Thanks. I actually really like that one. Huh? Can I take your order? I have a poem about this. Please don't. My starved stomach babbled, though I ignored the grumbling tummy, for the eggs I received are scrambled when I asked for my eggs sunny. Oh wow, we don't serve any eggs on the train though. My talent is wasted on you lot. Did you bring me any meat to chop? I may be a butcher, but they confiscated my meat cleaver before getting on the train. You actually tried to bring a knife on the train? What is wrong with you? I'm a man of authenticity, Tails. Without a knife, I'm just a chef in a ketchup-stained apron, not a butcher. I think if you had a knife on you, we'd definitely think you were the murderer. But what if I hit the knife? You know, I'm not the biggest fan of this line of thought. Can I take your order? Oh yes, please, I'm starved. Actually, I'm off duty at the moment. The murder mystery is more important. Now why would you show the menu to me? Well, why would you tease him like that? Oh, come on now, I'm the bad guy now? And here I thought I could trust you. You made a fool of me. Like you made him a fool. Come on, smooth this over. No, I'm the fool. Yeah! Yeah! I smooth things over. But at what cost? Is that really it? Come on. Shadow supposedly walked through the library car before going into the saloon car. When Shadow left the library car, he locked this door on his way out. There's gotta be a reason he's doing this. Should we make a note of it? Yeah, I do believe we should. Shadow's lockhead. Think we've found enough clues. Let's interrogate Vector and Espio to find out what really happened. Alright. Just bring me it. So, the two of you don't believe us, eh? It's not that I don't trust either of you, but I want to be a proper detective without examining the validity of your alibis. Watch out are here to confirm two things. Why Vector left to go play games with Knuckles, and if Espio really was reading in the library car. Vector, we'll start with you. Why'd you leave the library car to visit Knuckles? We're prepared to present the evidence if need. Oh, that's easy. I got bored. Ellipses? Ellipses. What? I wasn't entertaining him enough, it seems. Vector enjoys being social. Plus, we were instructed to mingle. I remembered the arcade machine in the saloon car, so I figured I'd go check it out. Seems to line up with the information we gathered with Knuckles. And that brings our attention to you, Espio. Rouge entered the library car, found something, then left. You said immediately you started reading, but were you actually reading the entire time you were in the library car? Of course he was. Ellipses. Once Espio starts reading, he doesn't stop till it's done. I've seen it happen. Must have been a good read. What was the book? Ellipses. Espio doesn't owe you that, detective. Let the man live. What if it was embarrassing? What kind of things do you think I read? If you won't talk, I have a hunch of what that book might be. Could you help me out? Alright, what book do we think Espio may have been reading? I'm gonna guess it's the only book we have. Ellipses. A manual? You think Espio was reading instructions? What argument could you possibly have to support this? Oh no, not again! Aww. Oh, thank Jeebus. Oh. There are books scattered around the floor, sure, but the remaining books on the shelves were all in alphabetical order. All except this manual, meaning someone, at the very least, picked up the manual and put it back in the incorrect place. Ellipses. This lack of attention to detail isn't normally like you, Espio. Hey now, I won't you having insulting my pal like that. Calm down, Vector. I know you mean well, but I can handle myself. Apologies, Espio. Butcher and a poet. Friendship can form anywhere. That is indeed the book I was reading. The Mirage Express Manual. Trains are cool. In that case, we'd like to ask you a few questions about the manual, if you don't mind. Could you ask Espio some questions about the manual? Just flip to a page and ask away. Oh, I see. Quiz Espio about the manual to prove he read it. Which page should I quiz him on? Okay, what efficient and extremely accurate technology was installed to assist in keeping the train spotless? Robotic arms. During events, they can perform a variety of tasks and are responsible for cleaning up trash and messes afterwards. I remember the conductor saying that the train can't clean itself, though I have a feeling the train company just didn't want to hire any janitors. The robotic arms can also detect weapons or explosives being brought into the train, ensuring passenger safety. Seems like Espio acted that question. Hit him with another one. Okay, which page should I choose? What is the Mirage Express's cancellation policy? No refunds, and you will be charged a no-show fee. This does not apply if you're over the age of 65. Gee, the person who made this rule must have been over 65. Last one. Let's see if Espio can go 3 for 3. What was implemented to support the conductor duties and ease general train obligations? Intelligent data processing system. It works in tandem with the conductor to ensure smooth travel for guests. I remember this. The train has an autopilot, but can't access the suite capabilities without the conductor present. Now, did I pass your little test? Totally. You're able to retain all this information so quickly. A poet's brain is often surprising. I don't know if I'd be bragging about that. You've clearly read the manual. Those questions feel far too specific to be guesses. And you both have the nerve to question my buddy like that. Don't we want to be supporting folks who read? You have to admit, though, reading the entire time a murder occurred does sound a bit suspicious, even if true. But he answered all my questions so calmly. It's very impressive. No, I understand everyone's cautious attitudes. Vector was the only one to see me reading, after all. My alibi is hard to substantiate, despite being the truth. Well, you definitely read through the manual. You definitely read through the manual, so I suppose we can. Espio, is that true? Vector was the only one to see you reading? Yes, that's correct. Problem? Frankly, I don't believe that can be true, and we have evidence to back that up. He always puts me on the spot. We should have a piece of the link also. Not sure what you're trying to say with that. Don't waste my time. Damn, okay. The lock. Shadow's lock? Please, pray tell, what does this have to do with anything? Oh man, come on. This is my least favorite part of the game. Oh, thank Jeebus. Shao walked through the library car to get to the saloon car, where he set the original high score on the arcade machine. Yeah, but I ended up beating it. It wasn't the high score long. Crocs are natural gamers. Espio said he saw Sonic enter the library car, but he's mentioned nothing about Shadow's return. He only mentions that Vector came back. When Shadow left Knuckles and Vector in the saloon car, Espio was fully seated reading his book for a good while at this point. We know Shadow had to walk back through the library car when he left the saloon car, so there's absolutely no way Shadow and Espio didn't notice one another on Shadow's return trip. I mean, it was a simple slip-up. I was just fully immersed in my book that I didn't notice Shadow. You're telling me the sound of doors opening and locking wouldn't have caused you to look up? Well, you see, I could sense Espio's desperation here. Defending the argument that he was reading the entire time isn't easy. So if you didn't see Shadow returning from the saloon car to lock all the doors, then at the moment were you really in the library car at all? But how would Espio leave? Shadow locked all the doors and no one saw Espio in the saloon car. It's a mystery, my dear Twilight. One that I would love for Espio to solve. You gotta believe me! That cool demeanor is vanishing. I was so involved with my book, I didn't notice Shadow pass back through the library car. Honest. When Vector returned, he even had to tap me on the shoulder to get my attention. Yeah, I think I remember doing that. I must avenge my friend's death, so I ask you again, Espio. If you weren't there for Shadow to see you reading, then how did you leave the library car? I didn't. This doesn't seem right to me. Tails definitely feels like he's onto something, but I don't see it. Was Espio simply reading? Or did he somehow vanish to not notice Shadow's return to the library car? What should I do? I have to make sure our guests are taken care of. I have to speak up. Tails, we have a piece of evidence that can answer all of our problems. Alright, my fellow associate, lay it on me. What piece of evidence shows Shadow and Espio couldn't have seen one another? I hope it's this one. Alright, now let's get my thoughts in order. Aww! Oh, my heart. Oh, I really don't want to do this anymore. The library map? Oh, I see. See the exits? They're right across from one another, a straight path. If Shao walked down the straight path, there's a way Espio and Sonic couldn't have seen one another. Looks like you have to point out where exactly on the map you mean. Where could Espio have been for Shadow to not see him? Interesting. That's why I was sitting reading my book. I can second this. When I returned from the saloon car, Espio was in the same spot. That confirms it. You see, Shadow and Espio couldn't have seen one another from this spot because a bookcase was in the way. There's no way Shadow could have seen Espio or vice versa. Makes a lot of sense why you never mentioned Shadow's return, Espio. There's just no way you could have seen him. I apologize for losing my cool back there. I felt like I was grasping despite telling the truth. But I'm glad you all believe me now. Your alibi isn't the most airtight, but I have no further points. Thank you both for answering all of our questions. We did it! Another pair of alibis validated. Too many locked doors to worry about. But I'm glad everything straightened itself out in the end. Well, I'm exhausted. I'm gonna crash here for a bit. These chairs are so comfy. Likewise, I could use a breather. Sadly, our work isn't done. I have plenty of questions for Rouge and especially Shadow. Oh, it seems the door to the next car is open. Amy must have kept it open when she passed through earlier. And that's our cue to leave. See you later, Vector and Espio. Give 'em heck! If you need any meat chopped up, say the word. I'll keep my poetry sharp for you both. A murderer is on the loose. While the doors keep getting locked, tick-tock, tick-tick-tock goes the clock, while our heroes are in the caboose. At this point, I'm feeling pretty confident about our detective abilities. We're really doing this. Come on, let's see what's next. Coming!